Welcome to stream, and I'm just gonna show you that I have this so that if anyone hops on, we're gonna read them the riot act when they hit the trifecta, maybe even before they hit the trifecta. Trifecta being, how are you doing? How's your stream going so far? And then, so what other games do you play? Something like that. If we hit those three questions, it's almost undeniable, or it's almost just not going to be any other way that it's a person trying to sell me customizable art. And actually, I think probably not even trying to sell me. It's actually probably a person fucking with me. So I've got that written down. Maybe even if someone hits the second one, I can usually tell with the first one and their name and their, you know, their vibe. It's like, what, vibes are the words on a screen, Matt? You watch Synthetic Man. You can tell a lot about someone very quickly based on a lot of things. Like, you know, like the old, like, clicking, what? Based on, you can tell all sorts of things based on clicking just one button. How much time between the button clicks. How long the button clicks are. Various things. If I see a name of a certain type, if I just get a certain feel from a name, like it's a bullshit name, like it was randomly generated or something like that, or it follows a certain format, and then I get a certain feel from the person, and then based on what they're saying and shit, it's a certain feel from the level of connection they have to what's going on, and a certain feel from various things. It's like, all right, that person's trying to either just fuck with me under the name of selling me art or whatever, or that person's actually trying to sell me art. But either way, they're not here to watch the stream. So we got that. I thought of putting it down there so I could like literally have it here, but I think just being able to pull this up, that'll fucking do it. It's like, if I'm able to pull this up and put that down, it's like I clearly wrote this out beforehand, probably, and you followed that exact pattern, man, so fuck you, right? But okay, so let's see. Is there another game I want to play more, though? I think there is, man. I'm not feeling this game. I like this game. In fact, I think it's a great game. But I don't know if I'm feeling it, and I think that in the idea of free man, we're gonna fucking switch. But I've got my little plan here, so that sucks, you know. Oh, this isn't the Reverend. Okay, I'll give him $1. Oh, it's stolen money from the fucking train, though, right?
I see the morrows and see them clearly, sir. Even when all reason is lost and all truth has become lie, you will stand firm. For loyalty is both your saving and your curse.
Ooh.
Well, I'll have to take your word for it.
Loyalty is both your saving and your curse. What could that mean?
I have nothing more for you now. Go
Yeah.
lose what you know. Don't end up
This.
like me.
So, Coles, if that's you, I think this is the right horse. I think you were telling me what to do. You were telling me the right thing to do. And now it's been done. Or at least, I just had to do something else beforehand, which is close the game after downloading the DLC and whatever. But then you had to load the fucking... You can check the beginning of this video. I initially loaded a different load, and it was the wrong one. It was the Spines of America, actually. So it was the wrong horse, because it was the horse that was saved as the wrong horse model. Great. Okay. And now, finally, we get to do the mission that I wanted to do. And that mission is Reverend Swanson's mission. Hold on. Okay. Look, I'm not gonna be bothered by every fucking mysterious stranger on the road. And I do use that term in sort of like a specifically video gamey way. Like, oh, this is one of the strangers and freaks, or the mysterious strangers, you know?
Yeah.
Strangers and Freaks being the GTA term, and of course this being a Rockstar game, for anyone who wouldn't know who may end up watching it. So Rockstar being the people who made GTA, and this game actually relatively much later than GTA. And I mean this game, and even in terms of its forebear Red Dead Revolver, and that was like just sort of a shooting gallery type of thing. I think it was sort of like a fighting game. It was like a gunslinging game, or a dueling game actually, which is weird. You don't usually get a dueling game. I think that's kind of what it was, third person, though it was sort of like Ratchet Deadlocked, I guess. Oh fuck. All right, we're getting off this horse. Hold on. Okay, just had to let go for a second. All right. Save missions for one. Save missions for later. Yep, you're. Save. Oh, save missions for later. Okay, but actually, that's a good idea. I'm going to save this. Save right now for now. Hold on. Let's get back on the grind at Valentine's stable. Your other horse or stable it. Okay. So, but this is the DLC horse, right? If it's not, then fine, but. Sarah Williams, 12. Hey, hey, how you doing, Sarah? How you doing? Pretty good? How are you? Alright, so, oh, we saved the game, so now we're in the game. Okay. I'm doing good, thanks for asking. Indeed. Okay. How's your stream going? Alright, well, good, I suppose. I'd describe it as well. Okay, so we're going to Valentine now. Yep, okay, so here you go. Hold on. Yep. So, Sarah, I've actually pre-written this. When somebody comes onto the stream, and you can tell, like, almost right away, right from their screen name. When somebody comes onto the screen and they ask sort of this series of questions, which just happened, how are you? Let me actually read it, and then I'll try to show you. 1, how are you? 2, how's your stream going so far? And then 3, what other games do you play? Or a variation of it, BTW, do you play other games as well? That is the exact pattern of somebody asking me to buy layouts. And I don't even think they're selling layouts at this point. Like, I think at a certain point, they just come on to fuck with you because, like, it doesn't even seem like they're real people. So, I'm glad to have real viewers, but I wrote that down waiting for somebody to do that exact pattern of questions. That's what happened here. So, no, I will not buy anything. And if you want to watch the stream, great, but if you don't, then I don't want to talk to you, man. Okay, we're going to Valentine. Okay. That was good though. That was good. I'm glad that happened. Like I was hoping. I mean, you don't hope that people kind of bother you, but I was hoping that that would happen because it's happened so many times. And so I wrote this down today, thinking I'm gonna literally write it down so that I can point to something, and so that people can have some sense. See 1, 2, 3 there, so that people can have some sense that like I'm not just. You know, it's like, it's usually like, oh, I'm not trying to sell you anything. It's like, no, I literally wrote down the questions that you were going to ask before you came on and asked them. So, beyond the point that none of those were relating to what was going on in the stream, which is an indication in itself that somebody's not actually watching. They're giving you a series of questions leading into some sales pitch or just trying to bother you. So. Alright, so we're going to Valentine, and hopefully... You know what? I don't know if I picked the stable specifically, just so that we're not going to the wrong building. Let's find it. It's like right around here, right? Doctor. Oh, you know what? Maybe not right here. Hotel. General store. Okay, no, it's down there. Somewhere. But not here. No, yeah, I was thinking down there as in down here. Oh, well, not quite this far, actually. I was thinking of over here. Okay. Is this a stable? Post office. Where's the stable? Oh, here it is. Yeah, that is where the stable is. Okay, I remember. It's funny, though, like... For anyone who ends up watching this, etc., who like is wondering about like, oh wow, this seems like it's something you fucking prepared for. It's like, yeah, because last time I was streaming, it became such a fucking thorn in the side. Every stream, somebody would come on and give you the same fake series of questions, and like, it's not just answering the same questions over and over. If it was a real conversation every time, I'd probably be unusually able to do that without like getting really bored or quote unquote bored, because I don't, you know, boredom is just the feelings you're running away from, right? But like it was like soul sucking, because it was people coming on and you could tell pretty quickly they didn't watch the stream or care about what you were doing or want to talk to you or were listening to what you said. And they'd ask you these same questions, and then they'd have the fucking gall half the time to pretend that's not what they were doing. And so here, I wrote it down, and it's just sort of the epic finale to that whole fucking saga. It's like, shut down, man. And I don't know, maybe some of these salespeople are real, but the worst part of it about it was that it didn't seem like they were even real people. It was as if they were just bots or people who were real, but they were actually literally trying to fuck with me, because they certainly actually weren't selling anything. So it was such an awful, like, Dementor and Harry Potter Prisoner of Azkaban situation. Okay. So after you deal with your horse problem, the horse problem is dealt with at the general store. So this is the right horse, right? I'm thinking it is. But we'll go buy horse food and tonics. And actually, we should buy a horse revive in case he dies. If that's available or whatever, I don't even know. Or it's not too expensive. But we have all that money from robbing the train, so that was quite the situation. Oh, there's another train. Well, there you go. This is synchronicity. All sorts of shit, man. And notice Synchronicity by The Police, one of the biggest albums of all time. It's literally called Synchronicity. It's like, I bet you those guys, I bet you they had some sense of like, weird shit happening. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I want to get past that train. Uh-oh. Okay. So, Coles, this is the horse, right?
That we receive the true gifts of life that are eternal.
God, I love this game. This is...
So give generously, for that is what this country needs, to help each other.
All of a sudden, this game felt like the coolest, immersive, just like Mind Palace game to play. So fucking cool, man.
Let's try and help each other. It's not about survival of the fittest.
Well, that may be.
I hope you don't harbor a grudge against me.
Why would I
hope
do
you're not
that?
here to cause more trouble.
Did I hurt that guy or something?
Hello, sir.
Well, you're just full of charity, ain't you?
I'm just Trying to help where I can, sir.
Or interfere.
You would have killed that man.
Activision presents a smashing blast from the past,
Celebrating truth, beauty, and love.
developed by vicarious visions.
Okay.
It's Crash Bandicoot!
Okay. Yeah, let's fucking skip all this shit. So, I said Crash Bandicoot in the title, and I mean Crash Bandicoot, but specifically Crash 2. I want to beat the first 3 worlds.
Crash Bandicoot
We've probably
2.
already gotten through a little of the first. It could be like we're on fucking World 3 already, but I don't think that's the case. Let's see. As a kid, I had all 3 of the PS1 originals and Crash Team Racing on the PS1. And I may have beaten the 3rd game. I think I'm probably mostly beat the 3rd game. First game I might have gotten far, and this game I think I got less far. Okay. I think this is World 1. Oh my god. You know what? Maybe we're not gonna go... I didn't realize it was that many fucking levels per world. I thought it was like 8 worlds with like 5 levels each or some shit. I don't know. I guess even 5 would be a lot. Okay, whatever. Let's play some of this though. Maybe we'll go the fucking distance. That would be certainly a... You know what? Actually, I literally don't have time to go to the distance. I don't know. I don't think I have time to go the distance because I have a phone interview at 12. That's like less than 2 hours from now. Oh man, hold on. Oh boy, I gotta tell you, man, this is brutal. This life is brutal. But hold on. Here's the thing, though. It doesn't have to be. Like, it can actually be... It doesn't have to be brutal at all. But if you're not navigating it well enough, then it's fucking brutal. Oh, boy, man. Oh, just this fucking, like, just gross, just slime of negativity. It just... It gets on you, man. I really... Oh, man. I've got a heck of a YouTube video coming up, though. I gotta say, it's... Oh, boy. You know, it's one that I've been waiting for. And so it's like, alright, I guess that'd be a good video to make. I don't know. Other people might have kind of made it, but nobody big. Like, nobody has made it that I've noticed. I'm not even going to say what it is, because I don't want to give anyone the idea. As if a lot of people necessarily would hear what I'm saying here. But in some sense, even just sort of in a sense of like not wanting to put it out into the atmosphere, you know, basically I don't want somebody scooping me on this, if possible. Because this is going to be, this video, it's irrefutable and it's epic. It's irrefutable and it's epic. And it's like, what? Irrefutable? About what? If I told you, then you'd know what it was, and then you'd be like, okay. And then it'd be, like, it's shocking that nobody's made a huge video about this, because it's, the situation is so irrefutable that, like, literally all you have to do is look for, like, a couple minutes, and it's like, oh my god, wait a second. There's like, no fucking question at all. It's like, Matt, what are you even talking about? When you see it, you're gonna be like, I think when you see it, you're probably going to have a deep sense of like, yeah, of course. And you're going to be like, but let me watch it because I'd like to hear somebody say this maybe. Or you're going to be like, well, that's not necessarily true. And then it's going to be like, you're either just going to be totally dishonest or you're going to be like, all right, well, Matt at least has somewhat of a point. And he didn't even try hard at all to make it. At all. Like, it's the most low-hanging fruit of all time. It's so easy, man. And that could describe, you know, life. Like, okay, here's the thing. Hold on. Man, I see here. Okay. Things are going well. 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 All right, hold on. All right. So what I'm saying is, this world is just. I mean, here's the thing. I've put in so much effort and gotten so little back, and I mean like a lot of effort in a lot of areas. Like I put in a lot of effort in blogging, and I got actually some decent some results on Substack. Like one of my Substacks is actually a little bit popular, and so when I started a new Substack under a different email address, I saw my Substack come up as a recommended Substack. So that one is popular, Matthew's Substack, the original Matthew's one. But that is, hold on. Oh fuck, man. But that is it's like what's going on, Matt? I'm dealing with the negativity. I'm trying to I'll give you actually a good example. There's a great interview where David Foster Wallace is sitting in what looks like sort of a hot, uncomfortable hotel room with like a couple of fucking people. It's like, what are you doing? Big Red Sun Part 2 here? He's being interviewed by like a German sounding woman, but apparently she's writing for just an American fucking magazine or something or whatever. And they're like, and the cameraman's kind of being rude to him, and it's like it's the craziest fucking video of all time. Like, and it's David Foster Wallace talking for like an hour and fucking 20 minutes. So it's just like an hour and 20 minutes of just brilliance. And anyway, whether you agree with him on various things or not, I certainly probably would disagree with him on many things. Although I think he wrote secretly the greatest pro-life essay of all time with "Consider the Lobster." Replace lobsters with babies, and suddenly it's like, oh wow, he makes basically every argument that basically says like basically you don't care if you're just all in favor of killing anybody, right? But certainly them, because his thing is about like, do the lobsters feel pain? There's a lot to suggest that they do when they put them into the boiling water, like for example, them trying to get out and blah, 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 or seeming to try to get out of the pot and sometimes succeeding. Some people are like, he says, well, some people think it's just a natural reaction and it's not them trying to get out. That's just what's happening or something. And it's like, ultimately he comes to, it's like, well, or something along the lines of, or I was thinking of this anyway, something like, well, it basically comes down to, there is a lot to say that these lobsters might go through incredible suffering. So if you're going to be on the side of people who want to eat the lobsters, then one would presume that you just don't care about their possible and potential and probably real and actual suffering, or potential suffering anyway, or that you like haven't looked into it, or you're being dishonest or something like that. And it's like all those things are exactly the same thing about the sort of cannibalistic behavior of killing babies in the womb. It's like, man, it's like it was always horrifying to me when like mother hamsters eat their children and shit. It's like, ooh, God, that's horrifying as shit, right? And so but here's the thing, to get back to the lobster analogy, it's like, it's exactly the same thing. It's like, okay, well, there's no way that anyone's in there. There's no way anyone's feeling pain. It's literally not a person, and this person is not a person, even though they have all the same body parts until the second they're out. It's like, before then, they are not a person at all. And it's like, okay, well, no, I just mean that legally, because you can't let us not kill them. It's like, all right, well, if you just mean that legally, then how about personally? Like, personally, do you see how absurd it is to say that they're not a person until the second they're out, and before then, like, personally, do you think that it's possible that they could ever suffer a second before they're born if they were ripped apart in the womb? Or do you think that that's not possible? And if you do think that that's possible, then would you say that you just simply don't care about them? Anyway, David Foster Wallace, he, in that interview, to get back to it, I'm glad, he makes these facial expressions sometimes, maybe in other interviews too, but particularly that one, where it's like he'll kind of like do this, and it seems like sort of a put on. And if you watch the Ian Catnack right conscious thing where he's like, was David Foster Wallace just basically putting on a show? It's personally, he had personas. It's like, okay, maybe he did, I don't know, but think about it this way. it seems like he might be putting on a show, especially given that. Like, it seems like this is a bit of an affect maybe or something, like him, like, kind of cringing, like, actually cringing, but not even, like, based on, like, oh, somebody said something and that seemed to fall flat. It's like somebody will ask him a question, he'll pause, and then he'll be like, I think I'm basically doing, and I'm not saying like, oh, I'm just like David Foster Wallace, guys. It's so much as I'm saying, I'd point to that and say that's kind of, if I'm doing this like for a second, I'm basically doing what he's doing. Like, just, I think whatever it was, like there was like a wave of fucking negativity that he was trying to shake off in so many words. And it's like, well, Matt, we can't ask him. It's like, yeah, well, even if he was alive, you probably wouldn't end up getting to ask him, but nevertheless, yeah, or you wouldn't get an answer from him probably, but I think that's probably what was going on. Not to, you know, speak carelessly about what the dead might have experienced, but nevertheless. Yeah, that YouTube video is going to be great, though. Ooh, boy. If I follow through, if I persevere, that video is going to be not only great, but I'm going to be able to point back to it and say, just like I point back to the Kingdom Come Deliverance occultism video I made, I'll be able to point back to it and say, this is proof why X, Y, Z. Similar to saying, you know, this is proof why Kingdom Come 1 is not a Christian game. And go check out my fucking video. I think it's fairly clear. It may be of some religion, some old religion maybe, but I don't think it's of Christianity, not really. But then again, you go back to the St. Paul Philippians thing where he's like, everyone's either praising Jesus sincerely or mockingly praising him around me in this prison, but either way, Jesus is being praised, so I'm joyous. And it's like, well, you know, you could say that about Kingdom Come. But in terms of like the philosophy of the game, like, you know, what's going on, like what you do as a character, like all sorts of stuff, and what the game seems to lean towards and what it seems to advocate, it's not Christian stuff, really. It's kind of satanic, actually. De facto Satanism, like Mark Passio might say. I love fucking Crash, man. This is great. Yeah, so it's like, well, Matt, what are you fucking doing? You're looking for jobs and shit, but you're also now getting into fucking streaming and shit. And it's like, you know what? I think actually my way forward, if nobody wants to, I mean, hopefully I do get a job that works for me. But if nobody wants to hire me, fucking college graduate, literally like edited books that were sold in, you know, big bookstore chains and all sorts of shit, you know, this, if nobody wants to fucking hire me because I sent somebody fucking emails and, that's it, period. Then it's like, all right, well then, fuck you guys. Maybe I'll just become a big fucking YouTuber and I'll make a lot more money than all of you. And then like what Norman Vincent Peale says, and he's like, well, sometimes the people who get A's in college don't get A's in life, but then I'll be able to become someone who got both. And in fact, I have gotten both. I've gotten what one might consider F's in life, although honestly recorded, I'd say opposing an evil empire, or at least being opposed by an evil empire, which I was, given that they were doing things to me that I didn't want them to do. It's like, all right, well, I mean, in terms of like, because it's like, oh, what? Because here's the thing, like, I was sent to jail for speech crimes. Okay, I sent somebody angry emails. That's it. That's it. Beginning and end of it. Truly. I looked up their email address on their very public website that very publicly had their email address for anyone who wanted to find it, clearly. Because it was on the fucking, you go to their profile, there it is. It's, you know, you don't have to fucking, it's a very public website, let's just say that. And, you know, I sent them some emails, and that's it. And then years later, after the government just ran me through the fucking ringer, I would tell a psychiatrist, like, well, yeah, I mean, in so many words, like, the government's obviously against me. While I was being told by the government I couldn't play my fucking PS4 and all this shit, while I was being told that I must pay, like, $40+ a month for or whatever for monitoring software on my computer if I want to go on the internet during my probation. So I was paying fucking, and then when it became my computer and my phone being monitored, it was literally like double fucking price. It was insane. You know, and then she has the gall to say, well, you know, you're paranoid. You said the government was against you. It's like, is it paranoia to say when they put your name, United States of America versus Matthew Haviland, on a piece of paper, and that's supposed to be an official document? Is it paranoia to say they're against you? Doesn't versus mean against you? It's like, well, that's not what I mean. It's like, well, then what do you mean? Because I don't know how much more versus anyone has ever been to me than the people who fucking put me in jail. That's about as fucking against me anyone's ever been. I gotta say, nobody's done as good of a job as that. All right, so, you know. So here I am fucking playing this game, and I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm looking for jobs, and I'm trying to get jobs, but if I'm sending out like dozens of applications to like the most low-level stuff that has any kind of chance of me still having some like reasonable life, like, and I mean low-level shit, like just, I'm like, the one I'm excited for is, I will fucking say it, it's low level. The one I'm excited for is way beneath me. And yet I'm excited for it because currently it's higher of an opportunity than I've been given monetarily and stuff. But it's like way, and in various ways, but it's still way beneath me. And it's like, oh, Matt, you don't want to badmouth your... I'm not trying to badmouth it to insult it. I'm trying to badmouth it to say... I'm trying to criticize it to give you an accurate view of what I would usually be going for based on my skills and how good of a person I am and how responsible I am and all this shit. All right? How good of a person you are, how does that fit in? That fits into a lot. Most people don't even fucking realize it. But, and big surprise, everyone in this evil society that everyone even fucking many people even call evil, everyone in this big society fucking, big surprise, they fucking hate me. So, you know, what are you gonna do? But anyway, yeah. So it's like, well, Matt, why are you playing video games? Why are you streaming? And even when you stream, often enough the people who come on the stream are like trying to sell stuff and all this sorts of thing. Like, Matt, why are you doing that and looking for jobs? It's like, because here's the thing. I think actually making YouTube videos and like trying to make them good, but also being like, well, I'm doing this sort of professionally, so, or like basically I'm doing this looking to be popular, right? I'm doing this looking to get a lot of viewers and getting a lot of numbers and getting a lot of numbers. There you go. I'm already getting into the speech of it happening, which is probably helpful for it happening. I'm not saying like it's factually happening right now necessarily, although if with some idea of convergence, who knows? But what I am saying is, you know, say, you know, a big YouTuber, I think I could be a big YouTuber. I think... Yeah, okay, so Elisa Diaz, I was specifically not talking to you because I knew from your name and from your first fucking comment that you were trying to sell me something. How did I know? Because I've experienced this... Yeah, yep. I knew from your fucking name and your first comment, I had a like 90% odds you are trying to sell me something, and probably not even doing that, probably just trying to fuck with me. So that's why I wasn't talking to you. But thank you for revealing it with like literally fucking the second comment. Now please, if you're not interested in someone's stream, it's kind of rude to try to fucking distract them from what they're doing. So, fuck you. All right, fuck you. I literally don't think your name is Elisa. I think you're some fucking bot or some fat guy in a fucking dirty armchair. Fuck you. All right. Anyway, that's the kind of society we have, though. Nobody gives a shit. It's like, oh, I'm going to come to somebody's fucking stream, and they're going to be talking about something, and I'm going to be like, well, I guess you can't hear me. I'm trying to sell you something. It's like, is that fucking good behavior? Or it's like, well, I don't care, because I don't actually care about you. I've got a job to do. It's like, all right, well, guess what? You came to my fucking stream, so leave it, or I will insult you more, bitch. You know, like, seriously, seriously, it is infuriating, and this is exactly the kind of lack of empathy and just horrible behavior. Selfish, but not selfish in a way where, oh, I've got to be a martyr all my life. Selfish in a way where, like, I don't give a shit about anybody. And actually, undignified, too. They don't give a shit about themselves. This is a perfect example of the society that won't give me a fucking job at literally at fucking Walmart or Target. I've applied to both. This is the society that won't fucking do that. All right. Oh my God, what a fucking nightmare. So, but what might not be a nightmare is me saying, you know what? I could fucking blow everybody out of the water with YouTube videos. I could make it. I've got my fucking, I know enough about video games where I just, I like them. So in terms of stuff I could talk about sort of authentically, I've talked about fucking video games and I know about them. And I'm also fucking trained in writing, whether you believe it or not. I'm trained in writing and editing. I think I have I think I've done well with video editing as well. And I think it's also a lot of fun for me. All this fucking shit, it all comes together. And it's basically I think I have a really good chance if I put my mind to it and say the object is getting popular. I think I have a good chance of getting popular. Now, in the past, the object hasn't been that. The object has been following my intuition. And I think it's turned out to produce a lot of good stuff, but not a lot of stuff that's very popular. If I'm the object is being popular, I think that retrospectively perhaps is a tide that raises everything. Yeah, Elisa, leave. You're not welcome here. You're not fucking welcome here. I'm not gonna put forth the fucking effort to block you, though. Never come back, Elisa. You're not even listening to me brutally fucking insult you. And I'm not even trying to be mean. I'm describing as brutally insult. But I'm just, I'd say more very harshly criticize. And I don't think that's any less reasonable of a description. In fact, I think that's way more accurate. I'm harshly criticizing this person, and they just continue to fucking say, can you fucking buy something from me? Can you fucking check out my... It's wow, can you fucking watch a stream that you went to or not? Because I'm not dealing with you today, man. Or ever. Why would I ever fucking... You're offering me nothing, and you're coming to something that I'm doing and trying to derail me from it. And then it's well, we don't give a shit about this. It's yeah, I bet you don't give a shit about this. You're exactly like everybody else. You are a very average person, Elisa, or whoever you are. I bet your name isn't Elisa. You are very average. And if you're a robot, I guess you're somewhat convincing, but maybe people are just that dull. How about that?